it doesn't happen. You need to give the address as well, right?
Correct.
Right. So in the same way, when you want to attack or anything that happens through computer, like if you have studied IP addresses, you know everything happens and is sent via packets. Like, right, it is transmitted via packets. The internet connection or the communication on internet happens when it happens through IP protocol. It happens in packets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these packets need address, a source address, and a destination address to communicate. Just like any other postcard, you have to give the from address and to address. In the same way, when you communicate on the internet, every packet, like so, when you send the data is split into different packets, and every packet needs a source and a destination address. So a from address and a to address. So when we want to start hacking a target, we first want to know what its address is, right? So
Okay.
we do not know the address of this website. The name is just like you have a name of your friend and an address of the friend. Similarly, this is the name of the website, but we need to find the address where the website is hosted. So to find the address, we do a ping test. So you know what is ping, right? The ping command. Have you used a ping command before?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. So when you ping something, you just know you get a reply whether the host is alive or dead. So when you ping, the good thing is ping test always gives you the IP address. So when you ping a target, you get the IP address. Now, when you
Okay.
ping it from your CMD, when you ping it from your terminal, be it Windows or I ping it from this machine, my VMware, it would still the IP address of my machine
So
would
this
be
address,
registered in.
that ping is private, right? That IP address is private.
No, this is a public IP address. See, it is in the range of 176. And I showed you the private IP address range, right? Private IP address is 10.172 dot and 192.168 dot anything.
Oh,
So
the
this
20.
address,
Okay.
yeah,
Because
so
of
this,
the 20. I think the 28 is. I think the first class is start with 10, right? The second class start with 176.
two, two,
Oh, yeah,
172.
172. Okay, okay, okay. Got you. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, right. So this is a private IP address. Now, the good thing with ping is when I ping, I get the address of the website, right?
Correct.
But the drawback is when I ping it from my command prompt or my terminal, my IP address is registered in the logs of the website. So when I attack, the attacker will get to know that it was from this computer. So
Right.
if I don't want, right, so if I don't want the attack, the administrator of the website to know that it was from my website, what I'll do is I'll use passive reconnaissance. This is active. When I am involving directly, it is known as active, but when I do not involve directly, it is called as passive reconnaissance. So what I'll do is I'll use a third-party website called viewdns.info. I'll put the website's address and press go. So now the ping tool has given me the ping and it gave me the same IP address. Can you see the address, IP address?
Mm-hmm.
It's 172 and right. So look at that IP address and look at this IP address. It's the same, right?
Which one?
One seven, yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
176.28 dot and
Yes, yes,
176. So,
yes, yes.
when, but when I use this website, the advantage is the IP address that was registered in the log of the target website. So this is our target website. Every target website has logs, right? Every website has logs, which user used it. So when the administrator checks the log, it will have the IP address of this website and not my IP address. So it won't know who is trying to attack him, right?
Did you say log or log?
Log, log, log,
Okay, log. Okay.
right? So it doesn't have a logs file, or we could have just found the logs. Usually logs are hidden so that you do not find who attacks it. So every website has a log file where everything is noted down, whatever happens. So when I click this, it will take my IP address and write it in the log that this IP address clicked on the disclaimer.php page. Okay, that's how website operate. So when I use this service, my IP address is not registered in the log. The IP address of this website is registered. Did you get the difference between running a ping from my terminal and running it from this website?
Okay. So when
Yeah,
you
did
went on
you?
this web, when you went on this website, pretty much you're on the passive, right?
Yeah, yeah. When I'm using a third party tool, it is passive because the
Yeah,
all I'm not directly interacting. It is this website that is pinging the host.
yeah, yeah. I understand. So, okay,
Oh,
because the command, the when you run the window command, it's gonna show your IP address can be traced.
right, exactly. Good. So now we've come across what IP address tracing is. Now we want to know who hosts the website or what is in the website, right?
Okay.
Until so now that we got the IP address, we'll do a reverse IP lookup. So what does reverse IP lookup do is it looks what all websites are there on this IP address. So there is just one website. So whatever would be there, if we whatever attacks we sent on this target would just go in this one website and it won't affect any other websites. Many a times, if you just look at randomly pick a small website. So do you know any small website or any website that one of your friends hosts?
Huh?
Do you know any small website or website that one of your friend hosts?
Uh, uh,
All right,
Yes,
let's
bro.
go for
CC.
Adidas tag.
You can
online.
put cciusgn.com.
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine, sir. I was thinking that there is one cciusgn.com or something.
Okay. Can you spell it?
CCI,
ECI,
CCI, CC,
ECI.
ECI.com.
CCI, yes. IUSGN.com.
EM.
USTNDNN. That's fine, yes. .com. Yep, that's fine.
Right. This is the website, right?
Yes.
So what we'll do is we'll just go ping the website. So right, we got this IP address. Now we copy it. Now see in the previous result we only had one website. Now let us look at this website. So now can you see a list of websites?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why this happens? The reason this happens is, uh, and if you find CC, so let's go to C. Right. So this guy is hosting nationalcomputers.us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm. So this guy is hosting a website on a public domain, and it is hosted by someone else, which is why you cannot see the name of this Nash. Right. You cannot see the name because it is hosted on some other folder. If it had its own folder on a public, so when you host on a public domain, you have multiple websites on the same domain, which is why you should always have a reverse IP lookup to confirm whether your target is the sole target or it is multiple targets. So you need to constrain your attack when you're doing a probe or when you're scanning the network. You should be very careful whether it is the only website or it is not. So now if I try to scan this, I would only scan this if if the national computers owners give me a go to scan the network, and then I'll make sure that I do not scan their IP address because this IP address hosts multiple websites. So I'll just scan the subdomain or the domain that only Nashville computers host, right? Did you get the difference between scanning the whole IP and scanning one particular website?